Stop drafting Troy Franklin. Stop drafting Malachi Corley. Stop drafting fucking Luke McCaffrey, Jalen McMillan, and Devontae Walker. You are burning draft picks. The third, fourth, and fifth rounds of rookie drafts are for running backs. Heck, even the back half of round 2. And yes, I know once in a while you'll find a Puka Nacua or a Tank Dell in those rounds. But for every one of those guys, you're going to find 10 Jonathan Mingos or 10 Cedric Tillmans, Jalen Hyatt or Tyler Scott. I can keep going if you want. My point is, if you just draft running back on principle in the third, fourth, and fifth round of rookie drafts, you're going to come out on top in the long run. It is such a more efficient way of spending your draft capital. All it takes is 1 week where a starting running back gets hurt and one of these rookies is thrust into a starting job. You can immediately flip that guy for profit and increase the value of your dynasty franchise over the long term. And you're still going to find hits like Isaiah Pacheco and Tyjae Spears and Kyron Williams. Heck, once upon a time, Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler were one of these guys. So the purpose of this video today is to help steer you towards a few running backs that are going in the late round of rookie drafts, but are in position to make an impact in 2024. These guys could very likely crack your lineup at some point this season, or at least increase their dynasty value. These are the players you need to be targeting in round 3, 4, and 5. Say it with me. Kimani Vidal in every single rookie draft. Kimani Vidal is joining a Chargers backfield that only consists of Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, who's coming off multiple serious leg injuries, and Isaiah Spiller. Kimani Vidal is better than all of those guys. He has the size to be an NFL workhorse with impressive size-adjusted speed and burst. Kimani Vidal is a between-the-tackles runner with explosive traits to break off chunk plays, and he follows his blockers well, and he's rarely tackled for a loss. And once he's in the open field, good luck bringing down Kimani Vidal. And even when you do get your hands on him, Kimani Vidal is always driving his legs, pushing forward to squeeze out that extra yard or two. And that probably reminded Jim Harbaugh of Blake Corum. And I just listed that Chargers depth chart. It is not hard to see Kimani Vidal ascending very quickly and leading this backfield in touches as a rookie. We already know the Chargers want to run the ball a ton. They've made that clear with every move they made this offseason. So there's going to be plenty of touches to be had. And with Justin Herbert leading the offense, the touchdown opportunities are going to be plentiful. Out of all the players who were drafted on day 3, Kimani Vidal has to be one of the top targets for dynasty rookie drafts. He becomes a realistic option beginning as soon as the late second round. I'm going to ask you again, say it with me. Kimani Vidal in every draft. Issac Guerendo is a fantastic fit in the Kyle Shanahan offense. I mean, he was made for this rushing scheme. He's got 4.33 speed with incredible explosion, 2 traits that are very necessary for their outside zone concepts. Of course, Issac Guerendo is going to begin his career behind Christian McCaffrey, but he has a legitimate chance of overtaking both Elijah Mitchell and Jordan Mason to be the number 2. Issac Guerendo is everything the 49ers have been looking for in a running back for the last couple of years. I already told you about the speed and explosion that's reminiscent of like a Raheem Mostert who dominates in this type of rushing scheme. But on top of that, Issac Guerendo also has 220-pound size, and he's got some power that they were trying to capture when they drafted Trey Sermon a couple of years ago. We don't see many 220-pound running backs with game-breaking ability like Issac Guerendo has, so he's going to be a lot of fun when he does get his opportunity. At minimum, he can become a high-end handcuff to Christian McCaffrey, and for that reason, he should be a priority pick in the third round of every rookie draft. If you want more on this rookie class, check out our free rookie guide at yardsperfantasy.com. 136 pages of everything you need to know about these rookies, from athletic testing, college stats, scouting reports, team fits, and more. And of course, my full rankings are in there, organized by position as well as overall for both single quarterback and superflex formats. Take it with you to your rookie drafts and crush your league mates. Check it out now at yardsperfantasy.com. I will put the link in the description. The Bills were a favorite to land a running back at some point during the draft, and they chose Ray Davis to be that guy. Ray Davis is going to fill a role that the team has been trying to solve for a few years now. We saw them bring in guys last year like Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, Leonard Fournette. And while Murray had moderate success, Ray Davis is 10 years younger and he's ready to take over that role. He's going to pair well with James Cook as the team's RB2. And where it gets really intriguing is that Ray Davis is also going to project as the team's top running back at the goal line. And even with Josh Allen stealing some of those looks, the Bills' offense is good enough to provide plenty of touchdown scoring opportunities for a guy like Davis. We could see some opportunities for him in the passing game as well. James Cook is an overrated pass catcher, and Ray Davis caught 94 balls at Kentucky with a solid receiving skill set. There's a chance he at least eats into some of James Cook's passing downs work. This is quietly a really strong landing spot for Ray Davis, so continue to draft him in the 3rd round of your rookie drafts. He may not quite have the ceiling of some of the other running backs going around his ADP, but he has an opportunity to one of the league's best offenses and the skill set to be fantasy relevant right away. Dylan Laube is the best receiving running back in the 2024 class, and he landed in a spot that's going to allow him to utilize that skill set. Right now, it's Zamir White and Alexander Madison atop the Raiders depth chart, neither of which are known for their pass catching chops. So it's only a 31-year-old Amir Abdullah standing in the way of Dylan Laube dominating the passing downs work in this Raiders offense. The door is wide open for Dylan Laube to come in, impress the coaches in training camp, impress them enough so that they decide to cut Amir Abdullah and turn over the passing downs role to Dylan Laube right away. And considering Dylan Laube caught 117 passes and averaged 10 yards per reception over the last 2 years at New Hampshire, it's really not that hard to see him beating out Amir Abdullah. That means we could get an RB3 or RB4 season from him as a rookie. I talked about Dylan Laube as being a top target at the end of rookie drafts prior to the NFL draft, and despite sliding down the draft board in real life a little bit further than we had hoped, Dylan Laube continues to be a late round dynasty target. Tyrone Tracy Jr. was one of the more interesting prospects in the 2024 class coming into the draft. He's a converted wide receiver with somewhat limited experience at running back, yet he proved to be a quality runner in 2023 when he averaged over 6 yards per carry and he scored 8 touchdowns. He runs with a good combination of speed and power with open field elusiveness and impressive balance. And landing with the Giants is a great spot for Tyrone Tracy Jr. That backfield is devoid of talent after losing Saquon Barkley in free agency and only replacing him with Devin Singletary. And while Singletary did an adequate job in Houston last season, he is not immune to some competition. And the other running backs on the roster are Eric Gray, Gary Brightwell, Jashawn Corbin, and Deion Jackson. Be honest, how many of those guys have you heard of? So we look at that depth chart, and it's not hard to see Tyrone Tracy Jr. having a significant opportunity as a rookie. And as a converted wide receiver, Tyrone Tracy can jump right into a pass-catching role with a chance to expand that role over the course of the season. He's gonna fly under the radar in rookie drafts, but Tyrone Tracy Jr. should be high on your list of priorities to target in the 3rd or the 4th round. Rasheen Ali has been an underrated running back throughout the process, but he's a quality back who deserves a little bit more attention. He runs with good patience, but he's decisive when a lane does become available, and his lateral agility makes for an effective vertical cut up the field, particularly on outside zone concepts. But where he really makes his dough is in the passing game. He's got above average receiving skills, and he was one of the more productive running backs in the passing game out of all the 2024 class. He can catch passes out of the backfield as well as line up in the slot or even out wide. Rasheen Ali now joins what is kind of starting to look like a crowded Ravens running back room. And with Derrick Henry entrenched as the starter, Rasheen Ali will compete with both Keaton Mitchell and Justice Hill for the change of pace duties. And Keaton Mitchell, he's 170 pounds coming off a major late season knee injury, and Justice Hill is like the dictionary definition of a jag. So that opens the door for Rasheen Ali to capture RB2 duties as a rookie. And with his receiving skills and Derrick Henry's lack of, Rasheen Ali is going to have a chance to earn a 3rd down role as early as 2024.